This will be a great and brilliant day for the world because Iran has just announced that the Strait of Hormuz is fully open and ready for business and full passage.
U.S. President Donald Trump claims Iran agreed to keep the Strait of Hormuz permanently open, easing concerns over vital oil shipments while speaking at Turning Point event.
But I want to thank the country of Pakistan and its great Prime Minister and its great Field Marshal. He's our great Field Marshal. Two fantastic people for helping. They really are terrific people.
U.S. President Donald Trump praises Pakistan's leadership, thanking Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and Field Marshal Asim Munir for their diplomatic role during the U.S.-Iran talks. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif expresses gratitude to U.S. President Trump for his kind and gracious words, conveying appreciation on behalf of Pakistan's people and Field Marshal Asim Munir amid ongoing diplomatic efforts. Iran fully opens the Strait of Hormuz to commercial vessels for the duration of the ceasefire, with safe passage allowed via coordinated routes, signaling de-escalation in one of the world's most critical shipping lanes. U.S. President Donald Trump thanks Iran for fully opening the Strait of Hormuz to full commercial passage, calling it a major step for safe maritime navigation and global trade stability.
I received a call from NATO asking if we would like some help. Thank you very much, NATO. And I told them I would have liked your help 2 months ago, but now I really don't want your help anymore.
U.S. President Donald Trump attacks NATO, saying the U.S. must trust its own power while naval forces clear mines in the Strait of Hormuz. Pakistan claims success in facilitating U.S.-Iran ceasefire with Deputy Prime Minister Ishaq Dar, noting the region's economic challenges while emphasizing Pakistan's role in regional dialogue, combating terrorism, and opening Hormuz. President Trump announces that the naval blockade on Iran will stay in place until an agreement is reached, while Field Marshal's visit advances peace talks and opens the Strait of Hormuz with no money exchange in the nuclear deal. Iran's parliamentary speaker Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf rejects U.S. President Trump's statements, saying Iran controls the Strait of Hormuz and warns it may not remain open under continued blockade. U.S. and Iran discussed $20 billion deal involving frozen Iranian assets in exchange for Tehran's enriched uranium stockpile, with talks facilitated by Pakistan, Egypt, and Turkey to de-escalate tensions. Global leaders meet in Turkey for the Antalya Diplomacy Forum, where President Erdogan emphasizes dialogue and highlights Pakistan's role in promoting peace. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif held informal meetings with world leaders, including Turkish President Erdogan and the Emir of Qatar, at the Antalya Diplomacy Forum, focusing on global and regional developments. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif approves a reduction in diesel prices to 353 rupees and 43 paisa per litre, down from 385 rupees, following easing global oil prices and the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz, with further relief expected. Brent crude falls 13% to $86.52 a barrel, hitting a 5-week low after Iran confirms the Strait of Hormuz will remain open during the ceasefire, with the U.S. stock futures surging on easing geopolitical risks and improved energy supply outlook. India's claimed strategic autonomy lies exposed as the Modi government quietly surrenders to US pressure on Russian oil, leaving ordinary Indians to bear the heavy cost of Modi's failed foreign policy and forcing them to buy expensive oil. Serbian tennis star Novak Djokovic withdraws from the Madrid Open with a shoulder injury, raising doubts about his French Open chances after missing Miami and Monte Carlo and recovering from recent losses to Alcaraz and Draper. Toy Story 5 debuts its first footage at CinemaCon, with Woody and Buzz confronting the digital age as Bonnie replaces imagination with a tablet, marking the toys' battle for relevance in a screen-centric world when the film hits theaters on June 19, 2026. Disney faces pushback from advertisers over its $10 million price tag for a 30-second ad during the 2027 Super Bowl, with a significant gap between its asking price and market valuations despite high demand for the broadcast. And Netflix shares fell 8.7% in Europe after a weak revenue forecast and leadership change, with Reed Hastings stepping down, though shares in New York have gained 15% this year, reflecting mixed market sentiment.